Introduction to fast fashion's environmental effects. Fast fashion is a clothing production model emphasizing speed and affordability to cater to ever-changing trends. While it makes fashion accessible, it has a significant environmental cost. From resource depletion to waste generation, the industry contributes heavily to ecological damage, creating a critical link between fast fashion and environmental degradation. High resource consumption in fast fashion. Producing fast fashion garments requires massive amounts of natural resources. For instance, cotton farming uses vast quantities of water, and synthetic fibers like polyester rely on petroleum. This high demand strains global resources, making the industry unsustainable in the long run. Pollution from textile production. The manufacturing process in fast fashion is a leading source of pollution. Textile dyeing is a major contributor to water contamination, releasing harmful chemicals into rivers and oceans. Additionally, the energy-intensive processes involved in production often rely on fossil fuels, further exacerbating environmental harm. The problem of clothing waste. Fast fashion encourages a throwaway culture, leading to excessive clothing waste. Cheap, low-quality garments are frequently discarded after minimal use, filling up landfills. Many of these items contain synthetic fibers that take decades to decompose, posing long-term environmental challenges. Microplastics from synthetic fibers. Synthetic fabrics like polyester shed microplastics during washing, which enter waterways and harm marine ecosystems. These tiny particles are ingested by aquatic life, disrupting the food chain and contributing to widespread environmental contamination. Carbon emissions in the fashion industry. The fast fashion industry is a significant contributor to global carbon emissions. From energy-intensive production to transportation of goods worldwide, the industry's carbon footprint is immense. This impact worsens climate change, making sustainable practices increasingly urgent. Exploitation of labor and natural resources. Fast fashion's reliance on cheap labor often results in the exploitation of both people and the environment. Factories in developing countries frequently overlook environmental regulations, leading to unchecked pollution and resource depletion in vulnerable regions. Encouraging overconsumption and wastefulness. The fast fashion model thrives on overconsumption, urging consumers to buy more than they need. This constant demand for new products perpetuates a cycle of overproduction and waste, further straining environmental resources and contributing to ecological degradation. Sustainable alternatives to fast fashion. To combat the environmental effects of fast fashion, consumers can choose sustainable alternatives such as buying second-hand clothing, supporting ethical brands, and repairing or repurposing garments. These practices reduce waste and promote more responsible consumption. Conclusion. Addressing fast fashion's impact. The connection between fast fashion and environmental degradation is undeniable, spanning resource depletion, pollution, and waste. By embracing sustainable practices and advocating for industry change, both consumers and producers can help mitigate the environmental damage caused by this harmful trend.